Hey everyone, I'm back in Canada. Thanks so much for stopping by to check out Financial Freeway. So much to tell you about the trip. The trip was amazing, and I really hope people who are watching this get a chance to understand how important getting out there and traveling is, and what it does. It is so great because it teaches you so much about yourself and the world around you. It's highly recommended. So for those of you who don't know, I went to Croatia for a couple days, got on a boat, sailed the Dalmatian Islands there. It was really great. Hit all the hot spots in Croatia down there. Then spent a couple days in Zadar, just kind of chilling in Zadar there, meeting up with some of Gabby's friends and family, which was really nice. And then we ended up going to Oktoberfest, which was that was my part of the trip. Croatia was definitely Gabby's thing, even though I enjoyed it immensely, but the reason we went there was for Gabby. Germany was for me, and I really did enjoy it, and I highly recommend it. Now I got to do the research on this, but I don't know the numbers exactly, but I was told 3.2 million people were there the night that Gabby and I were there, walking around. And Gabby was saying that was more people than she experienced when she was in Times Square in New York on New Year's Eve. Like, that's how crazy it was. And the people were amazing. I can't recommend enough. Oktoberfest, well, anywhere in Germany for any reason, but the Germans are really great people. I really enjoyed them. But I tell you, man, I cannot wait to have some Eggs Benedict, because I really missed my Eggs Benedict while I was away. But I'm back. I'm back at work. Things are going great, and came back to a lot of different things and different exciting ideas. And one of the things I wanted to talk to everyone today about is I got some friends that are going through some tough stuff right now, and I feel very bad for them. The thing is, I myself have gone through what they're going through, and I think every man who, any man ever, is gone through heartbreak. They understand how tough it can be. And a lot of people shy away from that. But I've started to realize, thank God. I was thinking about my childhood, and it kind of comes down to this thing. I'm reading this book right now called The Millionaire Next Door. And one of the things they talk about in this book is that adversity, that the people that go through adversity at a young age actually tend to be the greater majority of the millionaires that are in America at this point. Well, the book was written in the mid-90s, so things have probably changed a little bit since then. But for the most part, I agree with that. I agree that everyone wants to have things go really well for them. But I say thank God. I say thank God. When I think about some of the things that I went through as a child, and even as a young adult, even as a middle-aged adult, I now look back and go, thank God. Thank God I went through those things, because there were certain things that happened. Had they not happened, had those horrible things not happened, I would not be where I'm at today. And that's kind of the gist of this. So if you're going through adversity, and I think I actually did a video about this before, and I apologize if I'm repeating myself, but it was just so interesting to hear it, or to read it in this book, as they're talking about how the majority of millionaires went through financial tragedies or trauma or physical trauma or whatever other types of trauma there are, and there's a few, but they've gone through tough stuff. They lost a parent, or they had no financial help from their parents. They had to figure stuff out on their own. Stuff that you're thinking, well, if I only had a better education, or if I only had better parents and I had some help from my parents so I can get started. The majority of people who are wealthy today have zero help. The people that had financial help from their parents are the minority, which is hilarious when I'm thinking about it, because I'm always thinking that all these rich kids got it so easy. What happens is, and I'll just go through what they talk about in the book, The Millionaire Next Door. They talk about how the parents come, and another thing too is the immigrants make a large proportion of people that are millionaires. Third, fourth generation Americans are not doing well. They may have a nice house and a nice car, but they don't have wealth, true wealth. And I'm actually going to go over that aspect about wealth in another episode. But the parents come from another country and they work hard. Excuse me. They save money, and they're really good at investing. And their whole thing is to build wealth. They want to build wealth so their kids can have a better life. So then they put their kids in private school, they pay for their college, and then the kids come out and they get a degree, which is great, but they're more consumers. They've bought into the consumerism. Excuse me, I'm just getting over a cold, so I apologize for coughing into the camera. So what they do is they spend all the money that they inherited from their parents. They don't keep adding to the fund. They just spend it. So it's really funny, because when I was young growing up, I always envied the rich kids. And now, as I'm older and I'm wealthier and I'm successful, I think about all those kids that I went to school with and how some of them are struggling. Now, I know a few of them are doing really well, but some of the kids I went to school with that I used to envy now look at me as like, how did you do it? They're looking to me and just shocked that I'm doing better than them. And it comes from, and again, the adversity. Now, I'm not saying you should go seeking adversity. I think you should seek discomfort. I think that's a huge thing you should do. But if you are going through some tough stuff, good. It's a good thing, because that's how you get your education, and that's what's happening with that's how most people become successful, is they go through some tough stuff, they have to struggle, and they have to figure it out. Think of a bird coming out of an egg. If you help that bird coming out of the egg, or if you help a butterfly come out of its cocoon, what you're doing is you're actually killing it. You're killing it because it needs that struggle, those few minutes of hard struggle to really kick in the genetic coding to get those wings to puff up, or for that bird to be able to stand on its own feet and walk to its mother, and all that stuff. So the adversity that you're going through, if you are going through something right now, embrace it. Like, just like, yeah, good, thank you, because that adversity will be part of the building blocks that make you a successful person. Now, you know, I'm not saying don't reach out for help if you do need some, but don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of it. Discomfort's a good thing, and it only makes us better, better in the long run with our lives, and well, maybe the secret ingredient needed for you to become successful. Anyways, folks, thanks so much for watching the show. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, subscribe, because well, I need more subscribers. It doesn't hurt, doesn't cost you anything, and it really does a lot for me. It really helps. Click the notification button so you know when them come up. The videos are gonna start coming out more regularly now that I'm back in Canada. So for the next 3 months, we're probably seeing one a day again. And then finally, and this is really important, we want to share the videos. I truly believe that what I'm offering is something that's not being offered to schools, to kids from school. It's not being offered from most parents. It's not being offered from wealthy people. Wealthy people, you know, I hate to say it, but they kind of like to keep it to themselves. Share it with the world, because this is nothing but good. And that's my goal, is to share the good word with everyone. Thanks so much. God bless.